Yeah, so Chris, how are you finding things at the moment?
Yeah, so it is tough, I'm not going to lie, but ultimately we are doing really, really well. As I said, the ongoing Brexit saga is still there, but as I said, our figures year on year, and especially this year, are the best they've been. So ultimately, yeah, it's tough, but we're still doing really, really well.
You had a great May.
Yeah, so we had 31 sales in May, so sale a day, so it's not that bad.
No, excellent. Okay. What do you attribute that down to, that you did a sale a day? I mean, it's phenomenal figures for this area.
I think, if anything, our philosophy, if anything, has been embracing all this negativity. So rather than seeing it as a negative, we've upped our game and we've been positive about the market. So we're coming up against agents who are negative, and again, if they're showing houses and they've got that negative mindset, then they're not going to sell anything. Whereas I think we've just embraced the market, and I've got a superb team behind me that have all been here several years, and yeah, a lot of hard work.
And in terms of fee levels, have you found that your fees are able to creep back up a little bit in recent months, or have they stayed quite consistent the last year or so?
I would say they've been quite consistent, but we are able to obviously demonstrate value. There is obviously a cheaper alternative out there, but I do believe we are worth what we pay.
Yeah. And in terms of the likes of Purple Bricks coming along in Sittingbourne itself, have you noticed any difference since they came?
Not really. Yes, that is the model obviously I was talking about, but ultimately I don't think that we've been hit by them. I think that they've hit a lot of courporates, so they have, I feel, been impacted by it, but ultimately it hasn't dented us, and as I said, our figures are the best they've been, so it hasn't done that much.
Right. And in terms of prop tech, I know you're not a fan or not an embracer of lots of different prop techs. You keep your finger on the pulse, but do you feel that you need to adopt more technologies, or are you very happy with offering that traditional values and the service you've got?
Yeah, I think I'm always open to new ideas and new technologies if I feel that they could benefit the business, but ultimately we keep a lot of the traditional values in the estate agency. Again, the main thing is obviously getting on the phones and selling properties.
Yeah. And what would you say is your biggest challenge right now that you face?
I think, if anything, it's more the constant negativity. I think that every day you're seeing something else negative about the market, when, as I said, it hasn't hit our figures, but I think that's the main challenge at the moment.
Yeah. And frustrations? What are your biggest frustrations at the moment?
I think that the whole house buying and selling process at the moment, conveyancing, mortgages, to give you an idea, I feel the whole transaction should take about 8 to 10 weeks. It's taken on average at the moment 16 weeks, so I do find it's very outdated. Again, there's a lot of cheap alternatives out there. I don't think cheap's the best option, but yeah, conveyancing is very slow at the moment.
Have you found that's actually gone up that 16 weeks over the years, or has it always been it's getting longer?
I would say so, yeah. So again, as I said, I'm quoting 8 to 10 weeks. I think that's a reasonable period, and again, going back several years, that was the norm, but unfortunately now it has crept up and doubled.
Yeah. And if we talk about the local market and competition, you've been here for about 12 years now?
Yeah, so I started Sittingbourne in 2007. What I have noticed a lot over the years is there's a lot of London buyers moving down this way. So I think when I first started it was 10% London. Now I'd say there's 50% London buyers moving down this way. So I think that if anything, that has helped keep the market here quite buoyant. It is still cheap, and I think that's the reason why most people are moving this way.
Do you have a lot of competition? Are you seeing that there's more agents opening, or is there more agents closing, or is it quite consistent? Like that 12 years that you've been here, you notice any significant changes?
I think when I first started, there was a few agents that closed down, and it's been level up until the last month or so, and another agency's just closed down. So again, I think it's one of the corporate firms that you've got here, and I think they've been dented by the online approach.
Okay, and let's talk about Rightmove. Rightmove are in the press at the moment a little bit about their price hikes and agents finding it unsustainable to keep paying them. Do you still think Rightmove represents value for money?
If I'm monitoring where all the other leads come from, then I think before they were demonstrating the value, whereas I think now, yeah, the fees are quite extortionate in comparison to the leads that we are getting in. So yeah, I think they are charging us quite a bit. I don't think the general consumer realises how much that they do charge us, so I think it can put a bit of strain on quite a few agencies.
And do you feel that you're tied to Rightmove because of vendor expectations?
I think a lot of people know Rightmove, and I think people believe Rightmove sells a property, whereas, as you well know, it's the estate agent, but I think people understand Rightmove and know that's the place they've got to go to find a house.
Okay. And what about transaction levels in your area in particular? So we're hearing a lot of noises that transaction levels are at an all-time low, or certainly recent memory low. Do you find that in Sittingbourne, or do you think transactions are quite healthy at the moment?
I think, generalising, I think yes, they are lower than what they have been, but as I said, our figures are higher than what they have been, so I don't think that the strain's been put on us too much.
Yeah, so you've done all this great work and you're not a massive user of social media as a business. Do you think that's an area you can do better in? Is it something you're keen to explore as well?
I think it's an area that we are weaker on. I don't think that there's such a huge need currently to be on Facebook, Instagram, to look for a house, but I certainly think it's an area where it could end up going, so it's an area that I am looking to push on with.
Yeah, it's fascinating that you've got some agents that swear by it, others that grow their businesses doing really well without it. So I think it depends on what area you're in and what your audience type is as well, doesn't it? All those factors. And finally, about the FIA. So you joined FIA recently. I just wondered what your thoughts were behind that and what made you want to join.
I think it's something that I've been thinking about a little while, is teaming up with other like-minded independent agencies where we can work all as one, and I see it as a unique opportunity when it first come about, and it was something that I wanted to be on board with, and yeah, I'm not regretting my decision.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, lovely to meet you, Chris.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for your time.
Cheers.